steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It saved baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief, from medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays, kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
On the happy face truck today.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I stay hot tub, stay
Good now.
hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub, rubber dub in hot tub, rubber dub with me. Shall I get the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shall I get the hot tub?
Get in.
Will it make me wet?
Yeah. Well. Good morning and welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida on a beautiful Wednesday here in Paradise. Big James is back behind the glass. What's up, Big Daddy?
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
What hairdo do we have today?
Well, we kind of just shaved it off. We got a vacation coming up with the parents. They don't like the Hawks, so it goes away when I'm hanging around with them.
It'll grow back.
I know. It'll grow back. That's the hope. That's the goal. We'll see it again soon.
Glenn, what kind of haircut do you have today?
I have the almost bald haircut.
You look good. Brian, what do you got? Where you been? What's going on? You been traveling? Everything good? You back?
He was here.
Yeah, I've been here.
I hadn't seen you in a week. You okay? Good?
Yeah.
Usually you're traveling.
No, I'm going. I'm about to go on a trip. So
where are you heading out this time?
Be going to Phoenix. I'll actually be at the stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Ooh, and
cool.
There's another town out west I might stop back through.
Let me guess. Hey, how's it been?
Provo, yeah.
The traveling, how's it? Is it getting any better?
I've been fortunate in that none of the airports I've gone through have had TSA issues. Now, we've had weather issues and spring break issues as we went over last time. But no, honestly, they've been good. The one here's been great. They're always good. I don't think any of the TSA people were calling out here. They came in and did their job. A lot of people actually were really good and brought things to them, which, speaks to our community. But, no, overall it's been good. Fortunately, I haven't had to fly through Atlanta or Houston or some of the other areas that have been tougher. So.
Right. All right, let's get going. I wanted to get this in. I hadn't had an opportunity to do it. I've had it written up for a while and haven't done it. I want to do it now. They came up with a list of the 5 best recruiting head coaches in college football 2026, and they gave a lot of love to different ones. But here are your top 5. I want to ask you, the experts here, what you guys agree. They have it ranked in order.
And us too, Glenn.
Yeah, I'm speaking of James, by the way. Here we go. LSU's head football coach, Lane Kiffin. Of course, when you got $40 million, you're a pretty good recruiter. He came in at number 5. I'm going to go through it, come back and ask your opinion. Do they have the list right? Do they have the order right? Number 4, Ohio State's Coach Day does an excellent job, no doubt about that. They won a national championship 2 years ago. They do a great job getting great transfer players also. Big money at Ohio State. Notre Dame, Coach Freeman, one of Notre Dame's best class ever was for 2026 football season. I think they were number 3 in the country at the time. 2027 is in the top of the country right now also. Georgia, the man, the myth, the legend, number 3, Kirby Smart. How can anybody out-recruit Kirby Smart? He loves to recruit. He loves the Georgia Bulldogs. He loves developing players, and he does like no other. But this past year, 1 5-star. According to one publication, 1 5-star, they lost players to Miami. They lost players to Vandy, a 5-star quarterback. That's unheard of for Kirby. And number 1, this school, this coach gets a lot of love nationally. Oregon, Lanning, big money. We all know who the big booster is out there. He learned from the best, Saban and Kirby Smart. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it, and he does it well. Got a ton of talent coming in for 2027 class, and he's always done great in the past. All right, you heard the names. What do you guys think? Is it anybody they have gotten? Is it anything that this list is wrong? Let's go. Let's start this. Is anybody they don't have in the list that deserves to be in there?
Run through them again. Kiffin
from LSU,
Day, Freeman,
Ohio State,
Smart, and
Lanning from
Lanning.
Oregon.
I think Dabo's a very good recruiter for bringing in freshmen and things like that. I think he's a great recruiter in the sense of what we thought of a recruiter was 10 to 15, 20 years ago before we had the NIL going on. But I also don't think he's a great recruiter when it comes to bringing in all those guys with NIL deals when the transfer portal's open. He fought it for so long that he didn't get onto it, so he's still learning the kinks and the mistakes that other coaches are making with it now instead of in the beginning.
Yeah, but if you look at those ratings, some of them he's not as high on there.
So is this overall coaching or recruiting?
Recruiting.
Okay.
All just basic recruiting. Best recruiters in college football. This is who they have.
So this is going to be unpopular, but I think it's true. We tend to base recruiting simply off of what the magazines and the websites say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at what Signetti has done,
how can you argue?
I mean, because a lot of those guys he brought with him were guys he recruited, and those were the foundations of a championship. And then he's then augmented that by recruiting from the transfer portal. So I think in that respect, you have to consider
what he's done the last 2 years.
Him in there. And that's why I'm okay with Lane being in there. Day, obviously. Kirby, obviously. Freeman, I'm not sure I'd have him top 5 recruiting yet. I think he's a top 5 coach for what he's done. And that's no knock against him. I don't know that overall general recruiting is a strength. I think he's very good once they get there. So I might have Signetti in there and Freeman not.
Yeah, I'm with you because he's not won a national championship.
Yeah.
And what Indiana's coach has done is
incredible. But it's not just that he won one. It's the way that they play, the foundation of
2 years ago,
players.
he lost, one game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the foundation of players, those are guys who knew how to play football. They may not have had the highest jump, they may not have had the highest 40, but every one of those guys, watch that offensive line, watch the defense, especially the secondary. Those guys, I know some of that's coaching, but some of that too is guys who understand how to play football, and that's recruiting.
Who beat him 2 years ago?
Who did they lose to? No.
Wasn't Oregon, was it?
Oh, God, let me look.
Yeah, look, Glenn, what do you think, man? The five best college recruiters today.
Here's the other thing, too. A head coach gets the credit, but you got to look at who he has on the staff that
in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Somebody that on his staff that can recruit really well. I know they get the credit, even though they can. And, you know, if you go back to Bobby Bowden days, you know, he had some great recruiters, but he would come in to seal the deal.
Right.
But, you know, I think Cincinnati has to be up there, and I think then like, you had to go with Kirby or Lane. I think they're right together.
I tell you made a good point. Carl Franks did a great job, Coach Spurrier. I mean, Coach Spurrier could recruit, but Carl he has had that personality. He could come to a room and make you feel at ease, and everybody liked him. Carl Franks is a heck of a recruiter. The defensive coordinator at Florida State, Mickey Andrews, is a great recruiter.
He was so, you know, and so was the.
And at Saban, he had Jeremy Pruitt. Everybody that they had on that staff could recruit. Right. They were in Kirby,
you know, and of course they sealed the deal that when the head coach says something, you know, usually and truly.
I'm going to say this. Bud Casey, all those years when Pat died at Auburn, I'll never forget, he was nervous. And I said, what's going on, Bud? He said, well, Coach Dye's coming in. You're going to be there. I said, hey, I'm going to pick you up at the airport. It was Pat Sullivan, Bud Casey, and Pat Dye, and Auburn's defense coordinator. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, Bud said when Coach Dye's on, there's nobody better. But he ain't always on. And he was worried because Harry was committed to Alabama. Sure enough, Coach Dye, after talking to Harry's mother, I stood there and listened to him. I was ready to go to Alabama. I was ready to go to Auburn. I was ready to decommit from Alabama and go to Auburn. Pat Dye was incredible. But the head coaches, I'm going to go back to Lane Kiffin. He has not won a national championship, but what he put together at Ole Miss, the players he put together there, you got to give that guy some credit, man.
Yeah, I think, you know, he and Kirby Smart are pretty close.
I agree.
The guys who can find the value, like, you know, everybody talked about Saban stockpiling 5 stars and upper 4 star, and he did, but he also saw the value in the 3-star Josh Jacobs, guys like that. But you look at what Lane did. Lane comes into the state of Alabama, gets Quinshon Judkins, who Alabama and Auburn were looking over a little bit, and he saw this guy. Now, he ended up going to Ohio State, but there's real value in that. And I think sometimes, it's human nature that the coaches get too caught up in for the boosters and everything. We need to show we're the #1 class. Well, all that is hoping the, quote, experts got it right. And most of those experts are going off of superlatives. You know, they're going off of... You know, a study of their dreams and nonsense.
You would not believe the amount of tape, and I'm going to give a shout out to this boy, Daniel Bush, Arnold High School.
Fantastic.
All the tapes they got, and they would get them to Coach Saban, and they did it. That group there that gets no love did an unbelievable job identifying talent throughout the country just by the work they put in. And then they would get Coach Saban, and he would take the time to look at every damn one of them. He wasn't like some of these guys, if you can't play, no, Saban looked at it all. Saban was a workaholic. And that's how they got what you're talking about right there.
So you'll know this because I think it's flaw is probably too strong a word, but it's a trait of every coach that exists. It's, you know, there are things I can't coach. Height.
Weight.
Things like that. So it's like, okay, I can coach the rest. The problem with that is you're not necessarily looking into the final thing. The guys who are truly great recruiters may start from that mindset, but then they'll look at that kid who has all the things they can't coach but maybe isn't producing and go, why? Is it he hasn't been taught it, or is it he doesn't want to learn it? And that's the great recruiters can find that out.
Daniel would say what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That Saban really did not like to go. They had their little scheme, their little method, their process of the height and weight, the position. And they weren't within that. He really did not want to do. You had to be an unbelievable player for them to take a chance.
But I'll give you a great example, and Saban's talked about this famously. Derrick Henry, when he came in, Saban's riding him about missing a block or this, that, or the other. And Derrick Henry comes over to him and says, Coach, all they ever did was hand me the ball and say, and say, go run. Yeah. He goes, I swear I will get this. Y'all just got to be patient with me. But that's what I mean. It's understanding which kids maybe haven't been taught it and which kids don't want to learn it.
Yeah.
If you go get the kid who hasn't been taught it and has all the physical attributes, you can turn that into a superstar. The ones who don't want to learn it, don't think they have to learn it, those are the guys that the really great recruiters will pass on.
Most of those coaches believe, and they see a great talent there, they believe they can change that attitude.
Oh, every coach thinks they can fix everybody.
Let's give him a chance. This kid can play.
And sometimes it's not all the frills of the school, it's what you say.
Give me your top five.
Because
get off that. Who are your best coaches?
Well, I would say Signetti number one and leave off Freeman. I would do exactly like Brian said.
Who's two?
And I'll go with Smart, and then I'll go with Lane, and then Lane Kiffin. At Lanning, see, I don't know that much about Lanning other than when he was at Georgia.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you.
So I'll tell you a little story real quick about Coach Amato. He and Coach Amato had the Miami area, and so they were looking at Snoop Menace, and so Bobby was with him, and they were riding in his car, and they turned this corner to go to Snoop's house, and there just happened to be a Martin Luther King rally going, and so when they pulled the car down, everybody saw it was Coach. Coach Bowden. So Coach Amato said, "Hey, you see any other coaches come down here to the rally? Coach Bowden come down." And so he said, right then, they won them all over. They was like, "Okay."
Oh my God, we're here for the parade.
That's right.
That's unbelievable. I'll never forget. I told the story 1,000 times, but I'll never forget Howard Snellberg. When he said what he said, it blew me away. Fred Harley, Coach Spurrier, he wanted to go to Florida. Coach Spurrier said he's a little bit short. I'm just not sure about him playing edge or D-line. He's too small. He said, I have to wait.
I mean,
and they got who they wanted. So Howard Snellberg comes into Oklahoma. He goes, well, I've watched enough tape on him. We're going to take him. He can play. He said, Fred, you playing fullback. And when he said, I said, my God, I didn't even think about that. Because he's such a physical player and can run. We had him playing defensive tackle. He was a stud in high school.
The Pat Dye-Bo Jackson story is great too, because Bear was like, "You're not going to play here, your first year." But
I think it was
the Alabama staff said you're not going to play here the first year. Da 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 da. And I understand what they were trying to do, but what Dye did, a lot of people think Dye said, "Oh, you're going to start." He didn't. What he told Bo was, "You'll have every opportunity." Yeah. And Bo said that was what sold him. That he would have an opportunity like everybody else.
We don't even have any running back, Bo. We don't have any. You're going to have every chance you can to start.
But that's the key.
See, Bud was telling me stuff about Bo. Now, Bo, they had to kind of shove him to do certain things.
Well, sure.
But kind of like you said, you got this natural ability. It comes easy to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, we got to take a break. Anyway, I'm going to say we're going to change this list. Glenn, let's tell about what we did. Who's number one?
I'm going to say Signetti.
Right now. Hey, national champ.
I'll still have Kirby 1, but I'll have Signetti 2.
I'll go with my boy Kirby 2. Yeah. I'm going Lane 3.
Lane 3.
I'm going to go Day 4.
Yeah.
And
then Lanning 5. I don't think Freeman.
I'd have Day 3, Lane 4, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's your opinion.
The only reason,
it's America, man.
That's right. I thought I was showing
Day's won a national championship. His past year team should have won a national championship. All right, I guess James wants me to shut up. Be right. We got to get Coach Hudson on here in a minute. Get out Jay Michaels today, world famous Jay Michaels spaghetti. If you're out in Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, 10 wings inside for $9.99. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Good morning, this is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south, and the high of 77. Tonight look for a light breeze and clear skies with a temperature near 66. Tomorrow, a high around 77 and sunshine with a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Friday, hot with a high of 77 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Hey, we have decided the greatest recruiter right now. It's Kirby, I love you. I'm sorry, but we got to go Indiana, man. What he's done last 2 years, that's incredible.
Answer to your question, career Alabama rushing yards, Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, that's right. You're right. Unbelievable. He was a good one. All right, you're talking about good ones. This one's great. We got a great one. I always say it doesn't matter when he takes over a program. It's not if, it's when he turns it around. The great one, this championship coach, Coach Hudson, Bay High School. Coach, how you doing this morning, sir?
Man, I'm great. Doing wonderful. How y'all doing?
We couldn't. Hey, we were talking about your great state of Kentucky. We were asking where Alexander played, the great Alexander running back from University of Alabama. Mm-hmm. And I forgot.
Florence, Kentucky.
Boone County. Yeah. That's right. Northern Kentucky. We're up near Cincinnati, right on the border.
Do you remember him?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. We really thought Kentucky was going to get him. We really thought that, and we were really wrong. You know, when Alabama came knocking on the door, yeah, it was over. So, but yeah, I followed him all the way through. He was really a great kid, and obviously a heck of a ball player. So
yeah, the problem was Hal Mommy tried to pay him with a traveler's check instead of cash.
Back when things were legal and not corrupt like it is now, Alabama got him.
He liked to throw it around a whole lot more than he liked to run it around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what do you like more, throwing it around, batting it around, or what? What's going on at Bay High School since we talked to you
last night?
I don't like throwing it around. I can tell you that. But, yeah, man, we had a good one last night. Really a good game last night against a heck of a good ball team. Houston Academy out of Dothan had a really good club, and they played Crestview the night before, and so I knew they had a really good team. They can swing the bat, and they're a really good school. Their head coach is a former major leaguer, Mike Mordecai, they really had a good team. It was not the best opponent for senior night, I can tell you that. So. But really a good game. You know, Grayson Gibson pitched last night for us, and we started all 6 seniors that we have last night, and Grayson was, again, he's just gotten better every time he's gone out. I knew he would. He's just coming back from a little arm injury that he had, and he is now he's gotten stronger, and every outing he went from maybe 30 pitches to 40 to 60 to 80, and so last night was just a heck of a game. Tried to get him a complete game. He went 6 2/3 last night, against, again, a really good hitting team, and just gave up one earned run there at the end of the but he had 8 strikeouts, no walks. Just really did just a fantastic performance against a good team. So we gave up 2 in the top of the 4th, and then kicked it around just a little bit there, but came back, got a run in the 4th, bottom of the 4th, right back, and then he got another one in the 5th, and in the bottom of the 6th, we were tied up at 2, and we had first and third. Calvin Howard single to start off that inning, and then we ended up with first and third there with, I think it was 1 out, and Brody Hand came up to bat, so he put down a perfect squeeze bunt, so we scored on the squeeze bunt. He also beat out the throw to first base, which tipped off the first baseman's glove and went down right field, and Brandon Holmes was on first, and he was rolling around the whole way, and we actually scored him from first base, so put us up 4-2, exciting play there, and that was the bottom of the 6th. To the top of the 7th, we came up, and they did get 1 run in the 7th inning, and so the final score was 4-3, and again, just a great job on the mound there from Grayson Gibson, and we did just enough offensively there. So really good one last night. So we had a couple of other games earlier in Liberty County last week. We played those guys, and Colby Hawkins was really good on the mound. Went 6 innings and struck out 8 guys there, and shut them down for 6 innings. Calvin Howard was 2 for 2 that game, and Liam Adams had a couple RBIs for us in that win over Liberty. And then we played Rutherford last Friday night over at Rutherford, and tip your hat to Rutherford. We looked like we were kind of in control of that game, up 3-1, and we were doing really well on the mound. Cooper Pendergrass just went forward, really good innings for us there, and we just didn't take advantage of a couple opportunities we had to score. I mean, we had 4 walks in 1 inning and got 1 run out of it. And so we kind of coasted a little bit. I think the guys kind of felt like maybe they didn't need to do any more. And Rutherford had other plans, and they made us pay for it with the Wynn kid. I think I heard Coach talking about him last week, saying he's one of the hottest hitters around. And he sure was, because he made us pay. They had we walked a couple guys in the bottom of the 6th, and he came up and hit a 3-run home run, and they came back and got us. So hopefully that was a good little learning lesson for our guys, because I really felt like we just kind of felt like we had done enough when we had a 3-1 lead, and it's just in the game of baseball, it's just not that way. So that was a good turnaround we had last night here with Houston Academy.
Yeah, do you play again tonight?
We play tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Tomorrow we are at we're at home versus Bozeman tomorrow. And so then Monday we're at Mariana, and then Wednesday we're at South Walton, and then Thursday we play one of the top-ranked teams in Kentucky on Thursday. So we got these are 5 big tough games we have here at the end of the year.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to playoff time, districts and everything like that. Where do you stand?
Mm-hmm.
What's the record? How do you feel? Do you have to win a district to get in? Can you get in? Tell us where you feel like where you're at, because we don't know for sure. Thing changes every time.
Well, yeah, they have about once every Tuesday they bring out the rankings, and we're still in the 8th spot on the rankings in our region. We're close to 6, 7, 8, even 5 is well within reach of us. As far as that goes, we feel like we can just finish out decent. We have a pretty good shot of getting in. Obviously, the winning the district is the main goal, and that gets you in anyway. But we feel like we may have a decent opportunity to get in, even if we weren't to do that. But the team goal for the year is winning district, and that's the first thing on our mind. But we've won 7 of 9, 7 of our last 9 games. Feel really good about how our pitching's coming around. We need to continue working on how to provide more offense. We're just our pitch selection, some of those things aren't the best, and but we just have to keep working on that. A lot of coaches, you just work on pitching machine, with your hitting, and the pitching machine is great when you're trying to improve bat speed and some of those types of things. Get a ton of reps in. And I think that was a good thing for us at some point. But and then after a while, there becomes a point where, the machine's throwing strikes all the time. And,
right.
So I think that's hurt us a little bit with some pitch selection issues that we're having. And so it's just some things we got to work on. And if we can get our offense clicking the way it's capable of, really feel good about how we can finish the year.
Will you remind us again who all is in that district? in your district?
Yeah, Rutherford is in there, North Bay Haven, and Gadsden out of Tallahassee. Okay. That's our district.
Okay.
3A District 2.
Now, y'all going to have, at the end, might be a stupid question, but it's not because I don't know the answer. At the end, do y'all going to go to one place and do the little tournament, or do y'all do it separately? How's that work at the end of the year?
Yeah, every district votes on that, and our district voted to have the highest seed host the game. So the 2 seed will host the 3, and the 1 seed will host the 4.
Oh, okay.
And then the championship game will be whatever the highest seed is left after that.
And how many more weeks we got for that?
That's it. We got this week, and then next week's the last week of the regular season. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy how this thing has flown by.
Man. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, Coach, I love it when you come on. You do a great job. Anything we can do to help out? Glenn need to write a check? Anything going on?
Yeah, he can write. Yeah, he can. He knows where to go with it.
I know it. I've already written one. How many do you need?
I know. Come on.
This is for Hudson. This is the Hudson account.
Oh, okay.
This is not baseball.
Absolutely. I mean, come on.
Now we have got to do something in this county to get teachers' pay up while they don't leave and go to Walton County and the state. And we got to get the coaches paid up. We can't lose. Thank God our baseball coaches could go anywhere in the country and make big money, and thank God y'all stay here. We got some of the greatest baseball coaches around, and we got to pay them that way.
Yep, we do. We certainly do.
We get somebody to run for something, maybe can help us.
I know. Maybe we find somebody up. Yeah, maybe we get somebody who can run for the school board or something.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We might have somebody, but it's not an April Fool's joke either. So,
hey, Coach, you take care. Thank you for coming on. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
Have a good one. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Go Bay, baby. Yeah. Bay Day. It's Manly Day.
It was good. I think they ended the game on a pickoff at first, but I tell you what, they really did. Grayson really pitched that 4.5, 5 innings. He did really. I mean,
if you go back and you look at his Coach Hudson's resume, wherever he goes, he wins. He wins. It doesn't matter. I say it all the time. It doesn't matter. He's going to get it done. It's not a matter of time. He's going to get it done for
When he was at Rutherford, I chased him all the time because he started out kind of helping Jeff Webb a little bit.
And look at Doug Lee, Coach John. Coffin does a great job over at Rutherford. All of them do a great job, man. Yeah. Brian Norman, all those guys are outstanding.
We don't know who it is at North Bay Haven because they keep changing coaches, so we're not sure.
We'll have a new one by tomorrow. All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant today, the world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Also, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Go check it out. You'll love it. I think we're going to head down to Pepper's for dinner tonight if my daughter gets in town and I get through and get time to get down there. Pepper's Mexican Grill. Which one will you go to on 77? The legendary one? No, I think I'm going to go to Panama City Beach Parkway. A Military Day is every Monday, 10% off. But I tell you what, their margaritas, buy one, get one free. Same thing in the draft beer. Great place to have birthday parties. Pepper's Mexican Grill. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. It's 7:30. We're going to have the legend on here in a minute. 1 in 5 develops. I tell you what, we'll let him talk about that. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You don't look better, feel better. Jason Kowaleski can make that happen for you. You don't want to get sick. Go down and get some of his vitamins. I guarantee you, baby, they're incredible. You won't be coughing on me. It's unbelievable. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, 23rd Street. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
There's a little bit of a choke factor when it comes to Duke basketball. And it spans the end of Coach K's tenure there, and it's bled over into John Shire. So for as good as he's done following up a legendary coach, it still hasn't eclipsed the bar to clear of Duke basketball and what has been established the previous 4 decades.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber. 7 Brew Coffee, Excellent, Bales of Blue, Core Finish Group, and Express Tire and Auto Service.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro gun, pro flag, and pro Pisha.
Live from the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3
We're not a crook.
ESPN Northwest Florida. I tell you what, I had another big time, I'm not going to mention his name, embarrassing, big time lawyer. I'm not going to say who it is, wealthy, wonderful. I love the man, great Christian man. I'm not going to say his name's Bennett, but I'm not going to mention his name. But he absolutely, like myself and the guy from Ohio, Frank, bragged about this next guest that we have on here. He is absolutely the best surgeon around. You've got a skin problem, you got skin cancer, you're worried about it, you better go to the best, and that's Dr. Ward. I know this for a fact, and 2 other guys have been operated lately. Doc, you are the best. I work out with these guys at, we talk at 3-6. I won't call it working out.
They work
but
out.
We happen to all be seeing that we've had some work recently, and who do we go to? The man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ward. How you doing this morning, Doc?
Oh, it's a great morning. Happy to be with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Is it just because that Florida education is what separates you from everybody else? And you really are good at what you do.
Oh, well, that Gator medicine training helps. But, quite frankly, it's growing up on a farm in Defuniak Springs, learning how to work hard, get good at what you do. And, like my mom always said, if you're going to do a job, you better do it right.
Absolutely. Now, talk about skin cancer. What we can do to help prevent it happening. And a lot of people don't realize them little babies out there you let run around the sun, you don't put suntan lotion on them, you let them get burned. Later on in life, they're going to pay for that. And so talk about what we can do. And then how do we get up with you? Give us the locations after you tell us what we need to do to take care of our skin.
That's right. So if you're going to be outside, wear protective clothing, hat, sunglasses, cover up if you can. And if you're not, you got to put your sunscreen on. And if you've been sweating a bunch or jumping in the water and toweling off, you got to put more sunscreen on. But, if you've already done the damage, once you've done it, it's hard to undo. But in that case, just check your skin. And if you see something that doesn't look right, feel right, bleeds for no reason, don't wait. Go get it checked out. Skin cancer is so easy to treat when it's caught early. You just cut it out and it's done if you catch it early. But if you don't, then you got to go see oncologists and radiation oncologists and all that. It's not fun. And so if you've got something that doesn't look right or feel right, give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Defuniak Springs, Mariana, or Bonifay.
All right, Doc. Let's. I want to talk about a young man that's stud around here. Tell everybody your son's name and let me know what's going on baseball-wise with him. How's his team doing? How's he playing?
So he is playing for Seaside Baseball.
What's his name? What's his name?
Jackson Ward. He is playing for Seaside Baseball, and Seaside is doing pretty well. We're sitting at like number 4 out of 6 teams in our middle school district, and we got two games to finish to clinch up the 3 seed in the district, we got to play. We play Freeport on Thursday night, and the next Thursday we play University Academy. And win those, we get a decent seed. And Jackson is having himself one heck of a season. He on the mound in particular, he leads the team with a 2.4 ERA, which is the best on the team. He had an outing against Baker Middle School last night, 4 innings pitched, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He's got a nickname on the team. They call him, instead of Jay Ward, they call him Jay Sword.
There you go. All right, I want to get back to basketball. The Gators broke my heart. I had them winning it all. Let's talk about who do you believe. I think the national championship game, I could be wrong. I don't know much about basketball. Don't know much about football, but I like talking about it. What do you think? Arizona, Michigan, to me, look like the 2 best teams. They destroyed Alabama and Tennessee. Michigan did. The Big Ten just owns the SEC. We're not very good in football or basketball when it comes to nationally because the Big Ten owns us. Let's keep it fair. Let's keep it balanced. But out of that mighty Big Ten, who's going to win?
Well, the Arizona-Michigan game in the semifinal, in my opinion, is the championship game.
Thank you.
Those are the 2 best teams right now, and really, total coin flip from my perspective there. I think Arizona maybe is a little bit better offensively, and Michigan's a little better defensively, and it comes down to who makes a critical shot. It's going to be a really tight one. I like Arizona just a tiny bit more because I think their coach is a little bit more experienced in the situation. I believe their coaching is just a tiny bit better, so I give the edge to Arizona. And on the other side with UConn and Illinois, I like Illinois' ability to produce points in a hurry. So I got Arizona, Illinois, and Arizona getting the national championship.
Well, let me ask you this: since I've got the Buckeye Twins in here twice a week, and I'm jealous of the success of the Big Ten. If they win it in basketball, and then somehow, some way, they win it in baseball, say UCLA, Nebraska, somebody wins it in baseball, they sweep us. Should we not be pulling for Arizona and UConn to get somebody different besides the Big Ten for a champion?
That's my perspective. I just always have to root against the Big Ten. So it's been a disappointing NCAA tournament because the Big Ten keeps winning.
Yeah. Hell, they rule. They own the world. They go from the East Coast to the West Coast. They got 3 TV networks. They were smart. We went to bed with the woke ESPN and ABC. I like CBS. I think that was a mistake. That's just my opinion. Just an opinion. All right. Glenn Manley, Brian, did you all agree with Doc has to say? I do.
Yeah, I do. I think that's the Arizona game is the best one.
And it's not that abnormal for the game that everybody sees as the bigger game to be in the semifinal. It certainly happened several times, but I think back to '83, they felt that way about Louisville-Houston. And then NC State ended up winning it with the greatest air ball in history there at the end. So it doesn't necessarily mean the champion is coming out of that game. But, yeah, you have to think those are the 2 strongest teams.
Doc, what did you think about that UConn game? I got tickled when I saw Coach's mother. I think it was she was up there in the fans, and they had the did you see it, Doc? What her reaction?
I didn't watch the game live. Obviously, I saw the replay. What a shot that young man made, and you just gotta kind of scratch your head about throwing the ball away when all you got to do is wait and get fouled. But John Shire and Duke seem to have a way of choking in the tournament.
Yeah, no kidding. Who's going to be the next coach at North Carolina? Who do you think?
I'm hearing Billy Donovan. That's going to be a little interesting.
I mean, there's a lot of smoke there and maybe a little fire, but I'll be honest with you, I'm still thinking it's going to be Nate Oates.
Do you really?
I really do.
That'd be
I
interesting.
thought it was going to be Bill Self with the way he was kind of ghosting Kansas, but now that looks like retirement talk. So,
wow, that would be interesting. All right, Doc. I gotta quiz you. How much time we got?
About 3.5 minutes.
I don't know if we have time for this. The best 5 athletic departments in the SEC. How would you rank the top 5 athletic departments?
You sure you don't want to read number 16? Because I know what it would be.
That's the reason I stopped at number 5.
Although we've got to be better than Vanderbilt.
Y'all gonna be surprised. I was surprised.
Paraguay. You know?
Yeah. I tell you what, Doc. Hold off. We'll start that in the next section. I'll give you time to kind of like think through it. The different sports. It's more than just football, baseball, and basketball. All right, let's talk about some of our great sponsors. I love all you guys. Jay Michaels, I love him, a legend. Stevenson Air Condition. Jason's an incredible man. Graduated from Mosley High School. What's he do? He starts his business. They knock a home run. They've exploded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Everybody's using him. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. They're honest. They do what's best for the customer. If you got an old one, you want to get rid of it and buy a new one, it'll pay for itself over a period of time. Get it serviced twice a year, right before summer, right before winter. And if you forget to, get it done anytime, but get it done. It'll last longer. Your power bill goes down. And nobody's going to do a better job for you than local people. And that's local. Nobody's more local than Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't even think about anybody else, but Stevenson Air Conditioning, number 1. Dr. Ward's local. He's the best. You got to go with Doc. Steve's Bike Shop. You talking about local? Steve Bertishaw, the swim coach at Mosley High School, is an incredible coach. But to be in business since 1979, you're doing something right. He does everything outstanding. They got electrical bikes. They got the old standard bikes, new and used. Get to Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. You'll be glad you did. Also, Turpro Pest Control. We got the tax special going on right now. What's the tax special? Well, you sign before April 15th. Guess what? The first treatments are free. Not just the yard. He's going to throw in spraying your house for bugs and your yard. 3 for the price of 1. You can't beat that. Turpro Pest Control, number 1, local. Listen to Patrick Garner every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back with the Doc. We'll be right back with Brian and Glenn and James. 5 best SEC athletic departments. We shall see.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south, and the high of 77. Tonight, look for a light breeze and clear skies with a temperature near 66. Tomorrow, a high around 77 and sunshine with a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Friday, hot with a high of 77 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they'll get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show,
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michaels Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring back the legend. Dr. Ward's with us. If you have any type of problem, if it doesn't look right, feel right, do not put it off. Make an appointment with Dr. Ward. Believe me, I'm glad I did. Females out there, you've really got to pay attention to your skin. Skin cancer, breast cancer are two things that will get you in a heartbeat. Those are two number of things for women. Do not put it off. Call Dr. Ward, make an appointment. The guy's incredible. Doc, here we go. Let me go rephrase this question. Best athletic departments, really what they're asking, the best group of head coaches in these athletic departments. When you got the best coaches, usually have the best results. So, yeah, it is a little bit different. So here we go, the top 5. Doc, I'll let you go first. Who are the top 5 athletic departments with the best head coaches?
So well, you know, I kind of thought about this on the break. And if you're asking best head coaches, it might change a little bit. I was going by, just well-roundedness, value of the departments, all of that. So I'm gonna stick with my list because it still kind of fits with that. But I think hands down the best athletic department in the SEC is Texas.
You, sir, are correct there in the top 5. Yeah. They're in top 5.
Yeah. I got Texas at 1. No, maybe a little bias here, but I actually have Florida at 2.
You are correct. They made the top 5.
And the reason for Florida at 2 is outside of football, Florida is pretty much the everything school. If you look at the number of national champions, you look at the number of Olympians that Florida places on the Olympic rosters in various sports. We got men's track championships. We got women's gymnastics championships. We've got, the Omaha trips, 9 of the last 18 years. We've got NCAA basketball championships. So, I think Florida would be number 2. It's really close for me for number 3. So I'm going to kind of call them a tie for 3rd with Texas A&M and Georgia. Because I think those are really high value programs. Georgia with football dominance, and then decent in other sports. A&M just kind of that the value of the athletic department being almost as good as Texas, but not quite as an athletic department. And then the 5th one is really close, but I'm going to go anti-bias and pick the school I hate the most, which is Tennessee. At number 5, but it was really close between Tennessee and LSU for the top 6.
Doc, according to the experts, you started out really strong, and then you tapered off really badly. I'm just telling you what they say. Now, again, it's probably the question that was wrong the way I asked you. Best group of head coaches, not really the best. Well, they did say best athletic departments, best group of head coaches based on that.
Are we talking head coaches today or last season?
Right.
Or, that changes.
Yeah, all the above.
Yeah.
Texas,
Okay.
he picked Texas, and he was correct there. Texas came in at number 3. He picked the Florida Gators. They came in at number 4.
Wow.
So I'm going to give you other guys an opportunity to pick who number 1, number 2, and number 5 is. James, who are they? Got to find 3 names to make it.
LSU.
You are correct, sir.
What?
Yeah, LSU.
But look,
they're paying 35 head coaches.
They got more than anybody else.
From an all sports perspective, I just really don't see it outside. They have a good baseball program, good football program,
girls basketball.
If you look outside of that, no, I just don't see it personally.
Okay, all right, they got. Matter of fact, they got LSU number 1.
No. LSU isn't even in the same league as Texas.
No.
Okay. All right. Who? All right. Yeah. Well,
I agree with that.
Don't shoot me.
LSU around 5 I could stomach. I probably wouldn't have them there, but because I'm still not sold on Will Wade. I just don't think that's a great move. At Kiffin, he's done a good job, but he hadn't coached a playoff game yet.
Well, everybody loves that women's basketball coach. What's her name?
Mulkey's good.
Yeah.
She just got bounced though again.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, but she has a national
All right,
championship.
here we
there.
go. They got LSU.
They're good in track. They're good in
We got
gymnastics.
Texas, LSU, Texas, and Florida. You guys are right. LSU's number 1, Texas number 3, Florida's number 4. Who's 2 and who's 5?
See, again, so I would have led, and again, I had to adjust after the question changed, but I would have led, no doubt, top in terms of this for me, even with Florida's trouble at football. I would say Texas, Florida, and A&M should absolutely be in there. Then I have a group of about 5 schools I think could make up the others. And LSU was not on that list, so that's interesting.
You got to give me 2 names.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, depth of athletic department, I'm going to say Alabama should be on there.
You are correct. At number 5, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And same thing as Florida. Outside of football, I'd say Arkansas would be in there. Between Calipari, between their baseball, between their track.
Glenn,
I don't know.
You got one name to get.
First of all, knew Alabama being there, you wouldn't be asking.
Yes, thank you,
so
sir.
that was a given.
Alabama's baseball's knocking out of the ballpark
I can tell you
right
who's
now.
getting best bang for the buck after this, too.
Who you got, Glenn?
Well, of course, Alabama. You've already named 3.
Alabama's number 5. Florida's number 4. Texas number 3. Number 1's LSU. Who's number 2? A group of coaches, head coaches in the athletic department. Who is number 2?
I was just going to say Auburn's got it in there.
Bang for buck, nobody's getting more out of their head coaches for what they're spending in their athletic department, and they've all had success than Vanderbilt.
Doc, you want to give it another shot?
Look, whoever came up with this list that you're using is clearly an idiot. So I'm not going to say Oklahoma. Was
You are correct. Oklahoma's number 2.
Not a chance.
I mean, look, they're women's softball. She's good, but come
tennis, golf. They got all these other things.
Who came up with this list? Joe Biden?
My question is, who is reading the question, too?
Not me. Oh, my God. I want to say this was done by Saturdays Down South. Somebody, one of those groups. I didn't write it down. This is done about 3 or 4 days ago. But here we go. Let me go to the list. LSU, hey, come on now. You got Lane Kiffin. You got everybody's excited about this basketball coach. You got women's basketball. Baseball's been really good. They got some good coaches. Y'all leave them alone. Number 2, Oklahoma. Look at this Earl softball coach, man. How many national championships did she win?
Got to watch it because you can't watch their basketball, you can't watch their baseball, you can't watch anything else.
Tennis, golf, Texas.
Coach, let me tell you how bad this list is.
Get him, Doc.
So this is objective, verifiable data. Texas was number 1 in the Directors' Cup, which is the composite of all of the sports, and CNBC rates them as the most valuable athletic department with a value of $1.5 billion, which is more than 10% above the next second athletic department in the entire nation. So, like, for this list to have Texas at number 3, when all objective evidence says that they're the best, hands down, in the nation, invalidates the entire list.
And I don't know how you can keep Texas A&M. I think Elko's a heck of a coach. Their values up there also.
They didn't have Georgia. They have Georgia in their list.
Georgia didn't make the top 5, so I guess Kirby's not very good.
No, they just don't like Mike White, and that's what it is.
Who may be it?
Which that's a popular opinion.
Maybe at North Carolina. North Carolina State. Right?
Yeah. But anyway, that's how much time we got?
All right, who was 16? Who was 16?
I just wrote the top. I just wrote the top.
Well,
5. I did the top 5. I didn't want to.
It's a tie between
Mississippi
Mississippi
I knew y'all.
State
When I
and
saw
Paraguay.
this, I knew this would be a good list because y'all gonna go nuts over it.
Darn near number 1 in baseball right now.
All right, Doc, help me out. Most Final Four appearances. Who's been in the Final Four the most? What university?
Total guess here, but Kansas or Kentucky.
Kentucky is in the top 4. Kansas is not.
UCLA.
UCLA is at number 2
wow.
19 times. Kentucky is at number 4 17 times.
North Carolina.
North Carolina is number 1 21 times. Who's number 3?
It's probably Duke, even though they've
You
all
are
won the last
correct.
40 years.
Duke, I believe 18 times. Good job. Y'all did a good job.
I would have thought
on that.
UCLA at 1 also.
See, y'all did good on this kind of stuff, but on the real tough questions,
Because this is
y'all aren't very good.
objective measurement.
This is embarrassing how y'all screwed
Doc
up the best
nailed
athletic
it.
department.
Well, yeah, it really is because we had 3 different questions in one.
I don't know. Do y'all even know this?
No.
Who's the leading rusher in
Nick Saban.
SEC history? Nick Saban. Leading rusher, all-time SEC. Come on, man.
Vito Sling Nasty.
Doc, do you know? You hate the
Crazy
school.
Legs Hirsch.
Who?
Leading rusher, probably someone from Tennessee.
No.
So Najee's number 1 at Alabama, but it's not going to be him. Herschel only had 3 years. It's not going to be him.
You're wrong. It is Herschel.
Is it really?
5,259 yards from Georgia. We got to take a break. Doc, let's give you some time to talk about. Well, I'm going to hit this one tomorrow with Jeremy. Doc, skin cancer, man. We got to take care of it. What's the best way to do it? Who's the best to go see, and where are they located?
Well, come see us. If you got something that doesn't look right or feel right, just give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Defuniak Springs, Bonifay, Mariana, Santa Rosa Beach, Watersound, Panama City Beach, Panama City, or Port St. Joe.
Doc, what do we got to do? Have you ever thought about running for school board?
No, I have not.
Okay. We got to go. With that, we will go. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you next Wednesday. You have a great week, Doc.
All right, y'all have a good one, too.
All right, some of our, well, James ain't going to let me do it.
It's like the Oscars. You're getting played off.
I think I got them on anyway. No, get out to Newbies. Have a great time. 4 great locations. Mothership, head on down to the best entertainment in the Southeast. Miss Charlotte's going to have the best bands every single night for you. Newbies still on the curve. Go watch all sporting events. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The chaos lives here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents March Madness.
Living up to its name, the Madness. 3, top of the key, got it.
Catch every upset, every buzzer beater, and every heart-stopping moment of the NCAA tournament.
Right corner, he's going to take the 3, and he hit it again!
Your home for the Big Dance is right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
That right there is the explanation point.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south, and the high of 77. Tonight, look for a light breeze and clear skies with a temperature near 66. Tomorrow, a high around 77 and sunshine with a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Friday, hot with a high of 77 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For over 50 years, Coin & Boyan Reserve's fine jewelry has been your diamond headquarters, a local trusted source for diamonds and fine jewelry. And now, get ready for our largest diamond jewelry sale ever, 30 to 75% off. For one day only, Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. When our doors open, diamonds move fast. Don't miss out. Coin & Boyan Reserve's fine jewelry, your diamond headquarters on the corner of 15th Street and East Avenue.
WGSX New Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief, from medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide, roll! Alabama updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Nobody's better, nobody's more local, nobody's more honest. Nobody will ever do a better job than you, for you, than Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason does an incredible job. I always say, go local, go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Call Debbie, they'll come out on time and take care of any problem you have. Anytime, day or night, Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. All right, let's jump into Bama football. What's the latest going on in Alabama? Getting closer and closer to A-Day game. Kind of disappointing. I got a couple things to talk about. And I was going to hit with Jeremy tomorrow, too, but I go ahead and hit with you guys. So I don't know if you read some of the things. One of the former players, I'm not going to mention his name, went up to Ohio State and talked about just how tougher things were at Ohio State, that Bama's actually kind of soft. And I can't argue with him. What I've seen the last 2 years as far as the lack of discipline and not being as physical the teams we've seen in the past. With Coach Bryant, we always seen extremely disciplined football teams. The old 25 years he was there, Alabama was known for hitting. I mean, they could make you quit playing. Alabama could dominate people physically. Gene Stallings kept it on when he was the head coach there. And then Saban's, no doubt. He believed in defense and being a physical team, making people quit. And this past 2 seasons, you just seen when Bama makes contact where they get back, not backwards and not the opponent. I can go to this Florida State game. Florida State made Alabama look really soft. Florida State was the most physical team on the field. And then go back to the bowl game versus Michigan. Michigan was more physical than Alabama. Even Vandy, when we played Vandy. Of course, mistakes played in that loss also, with lack of discipline. So there is some concern, and we're hoping, if you're a Bama fan, you're hoping to see a lot more improvement in year 3. We all know the first years are toughest. Second year should be better. It was. We won 11 football games. We won 1 playoff game. Then we were embarrassed. We were out-physical by Indiana. So year 3, do they got the situation correct? Are they having tough physical practices? The offensive line doing better? Can we run the football? I just don't think you can win a championship throwing the ball every single play. That's just me. Just my opinion. So that's what I'm looking forward to watching A-Day game, how physical we are. I'll even say this. It goes back to the weight room, how they work in the weight room. I haven't seen us as strong, as big, as physically looking that we've looked in the past. And is that recruiting? Is that development of the players, whatever? But that's just my personal opinion. I used to have a lot of insight up there. I used to have people that were on the staff all those years were saving. I could get information. That's kind of gone. I don't have that contact like I do as strongly as I had in the past. And so we got to get bigger, stronger, faster. We got to be physical if we're going to win a championship, get back where we want to be. So we shall see what happens going forward. Now, I do want to say that we got a phone call.
We got a phone call.
I don't take Tennessee phone calls during the Alabama update. SEC powerhouse breaks the bank. They lead the nation for private jet spending. The #1 team in the country is the University of Alabama. Private jet spending, they spent $1.23 million. The other 2 teams that passed $1 million was Nebraska and Michigan. And then we've got the other SEC. Texas spent $898. Coach Stark has it where he can use the private jet for trips to California and to Atlanta. I think he's from California. Maybe he's got somebody he knows he likes in Atlanta. I'll come back to this in a minute because it's rudely interrupted by a Tennessee volunteer. This is the only guy I would do this for, because anybody else, I'd just keep on talking. Let's bring him in right now, the mouth of the South, the one and only, Paul Mike. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is Farquhar Alexander Gumich, former rhetoric professor at the University of the South. Anyway, I think Mississippi State leads in mule feed, though.
Got to be #1 in something.
That's right. I want to talk to you about something that went down yesterday here in Nashville. I live outside of Nashville in the Five Rivers area, and it's going to talk about Vanderbilt, which I'm distasteful, but a guy threw like a 106-pitch complete game against Belmont. which is they needed it, and of course he will not be making the trip to Texas A&M, obviously, because his arm shot. Anyway, he's a Vanderbilt. He was a freshman out of Dead Poets Academy. Is young Mr. Hamilton. He went to NBA, which. Anyway, enough about that. But come on, man. When is Take Your Granddaughter to Work Day, Coach Hale?
I wish it was every day. I wish it was every day.
Why don't you get her there and read your reads for you that you snatch off or print from Sundays down south or Saturdays down south.
Yeah.
Marty and McGee or Marty Smith, that great turncoat. He played it. He played at Carson Newman, and he divorced his Southern wife and married a girl from New Jersey. Which it's his business. It's okay. Marty Smith, he's all right.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he did that. How dare
him? Well, you got to know your enemy, man. Of course, Ryan McGee went to Tennessee.
Maybe it wasn't Rocky on Rocky Top. I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask you something. They talked about playing the Houston Academy. Who's the best quarterback ever to come out of Houston Academy up there in Dothan?
Joe Namath.
I think he's from Beaver Falls.
My bad. My bad.
I think Stedman Shealy did. Okay, you ever heard of him?
Did he really? He came out there? I didn't know that.
Also, have you ever heard of Jim Farmer?
Oh, basketball.
Yeah, he played up there too. Houston Academy.
I think Stedman came out of Dothan High School.
Okay, good for him. I thought he went to private school.
Dothan. I played against him when we were at Lanier. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then he did. I don't know. I'm giving credit to Houston Academy when I should.
That's okay. Hey, you know what? Factual doesn't matter as long as it's good talk. That's good.
Yeah. Well, it's Bama. That's why y'all are at Bama. I mean, how many 14 national championships? Like you had a 5-5 team that's a
18 national championships. Okay, 18. I can count them.
Memories
like the corner.
Amnesia. You ought to be singing there, Coach Manley. Hey, Coach Manley, are you going to the Louisville SMU trip there? Your boss is taking y'all
on? No.
No, he didn't get invited.
I didn't give him enough this year.
Who's going to keep him out of the bad neighborhoods?
I don't know, but I didn't give enough money.
Hell, we don't get a shot. If we take him, somebody's going to shoot at us.
Yeah, well, I'll go up there and direct traffic for you and make sure you don't get run over by somebody.
I thought
whatever.
I was going to pick up a couple of guys from Settle Court and let them help me.
That'd be a good place. That'd be a good start. Settle Court, the J.C. Napier homes in South Nashville, whatever. Just don't get any. There's no more James Hale homes on Charlotte.
He does. He's got no clue.
Oh wait, that was John Henry Hale. Let me tell you.
Stedman Shealy's law firm confirms that he attended Dothan High School.
Yeah.
So well, y'all are right. Well, I tried to give credit to a private school. Farmer did go to Houston Academy, okay? I'm pretty sure about that.
He was good, too. Anyway. He was on that 86 team that was so good.
Yes, he was. I mean, I got Bama memories. I spent a lot of time in Bama. Remember?
Tide. Talk about those.
Okay.
Let's talk about Alabama update.
I got to go. I got to go with that. Go Vols. Bye.
Bye.
He said the best cornbread he ever had was in
I was getting to a point with all this before I was rudely interrupted.
Were you?
Unbelievable, man. Anyway, I want to go back to the amount of money being spent on wasted. $1.2 million Bama, Nebraska 1.1, Michigan over $1 million. Texas A&M, and their contract with Coach Elko, he can also use the jet, and he just signed that big contract. His wife was right beside him when he signed it. Texas A&M almost
she gets half.
Oh, she's on the plane with him. Texas and Stark, we talked about that. Number 5, number 6 with Illinois, 7 Kentucky, number 8 Minnesota, 9 Iowa, 10 Rutgers. They only spent 269 million. No, not million. 269,000. Oklahoma was 11th and Michigan State 12th. My question is, you look what Indiana spent, and they win a national championship. They lost one. I think I'm right on this. I think they lost one game in 2 years. They didn't spend that kind of money. How much do you think Indiana spent? You got Bama at 1.2. What do you think? Just ballpark figure. What do you think Indiana? Jazz, what do you think Indiana spent?
150,000.
150. What do you think?
There's no telling, and it's hard to say because they could have deals with things. They could do charters. What do
you think?
It's hard to know.
What do you think?
About 400,000.
They made the bet as far as best value. You can't beat what Indiana's doing. We wanted a big name coach. We had somebody
put him on the Greyhound bus.
He was at Alabama 4 years. We didn't even give a sniff. We didn't sniff at him. We were with the board. But anyway, Indiana spent $42,200.
Wow.
And they went 16-0.
Well,
16-0. Is it all about money? Is everything about money?
Well, if you go back to like when Coach Wooten was coaching basketball, he didn't even have to go. He didn't have to go recruiting. They came to him. So he may have, after he won those 12 games and lost to one. I mean, he could have gotten some people that wanted to come play.
What's y'all's gut feeling year 3 for Alabama? Do you think they'll be more physical football team? Do you think they try to run the ball, try to develop a running attack, or do you think it's going to be the same old thing we've been seeing?
The hard part is I don't really know some of the new linemen yet. I don't know how long it's going to take the new line coach. I don't love the running back room yet, but again, it's hard to know these guys. It's not like the old days where you could know, okay, this kid was a freshman, a sophomore, now he's a junior, he's going to start, that kind of thing. So it's hard to say. I think they want to do that. It's just how quickly can it be rolled into the program, because that may not be an overnight fix.
I'm hoping in year 3 with the new offensive line coach, they look more physical, but it's wait and see. Now, I've watched some clips. Jamie sent me some stuff of Alabama's practice. The passing game, especially the deep ball, has been looking pretty good. Both quarterbacks are doing really well. They're not going to have a problem.
I'll tell you what, the defensive secondary is about as good as I've seen in a long time.
But how long does he have to throw it? But the other thing in my gut feeling is I need Pepto-Bismol, talking about Alabama. But the thing is this, I don't think a leopard's going to change his spots. I still think he's going to be like 70-30. Which, if he doesn't learn to run it in the SEC, he's going to have some problems.
You can get away with not running that much if you have effective dump-down passing. That was a thing they didn't have either.
All right, let's take a break. We get back. We're going to do a little bit. We get to our FSU and maybe a little bit on Auburn. We've got Mark McLeod, 8:30, I'm sorry, about the Florida Gators. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I really love all of them. Stevens Air Conditioner, #1, not even close. Also, Beaver Brazen. I love Pat Prano, city commissioner. He's a wonderful man. Always have given great things for Bay County athletics. Go support them. Great TVs everywhere. Great place to go watch all sporting events. I'll talk more about him in a minute. David Adams. I don't know if I talked about Russ, Amron Patrick. Lady Julie went there yesterday, got another necklace for Jamie. Russ, thank you so much for all the great things you do for us. David Adams, if you're looking for jewelry, you're looking for gifts, you want to make money, you want to sell your jewelry, you got something broke, want to get it fixed, go local. They don't ship things off here. They fix everything in-house, and they do it quickly, and they do an outstanding job. And they don't try to take every penny out of your pocket also. They're growing and expanding. They're getting better and better because people are going. They're finding out what a great deal is you can get there. David Adams Jewelry, designer jewelry, #1, not even close. Also, we just listen to the legend, Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Pepper's Mexican Grill. You love Mexican food. We all do. We got one on Panama City Beach Parkway. Don't forget Monday, Military Day, 10% off. Buy one, get one free. House draft beer, house margaritas. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Roll Tide.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Duke went from a dream wedding to America's Funniest Home Videos. Duke looked lost and tired. And listen, great coaching is more than just drawing up plays and recruiting. Where's the coaching? In chaos. Call a timeout. You don't have to get the ball over half court. Sit on it.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south, and the high of 77. Tonight, look for a light breeze and clear skies with a temperature near 66. Tomorrow, a high around 77 and sunshine with a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Friday, hot with a high of 77 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
That's the buzzer. And on Hard Rock Bet, buzzer beaters mean bonus bets. Every time a team you bet to win or cover hits a game-winning buzzer beater, you score a $25 bonus bet, an extra $25 on top of your winnings. Just opt in and bet $5 on any team. As many teams as you want, all tourney. Win bonus bets at the buzzer, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum. Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Steve, Elizabeth, all you Auburn fans out there, get out to Beef Faux Braised Day. Have a wonderful meal. 10 wings inside for $9.99. They treat you like family. TVs everywhere. Great place to go watch all sporting events. Auburn right now is going through spring football practice. I'm hearing nothing but great things. Practice has been tougher for these players that have been there 3 or 4 years than it has been for Hugh Freeze and Harden. So that's a great thing. Harsin, that's a great thing. Golish is a great hire. I'm telling you, I really got a good feeling about what he's going to do at Auburn. I really do. And we'll talk more about them later. I just got a text, and we're trying to work out something, James, that we might take. I'll tell you more in a minute, but we might have a special. You're going to be shocked if this happens, who we'll have on here shortly. Thank you, Senator Neil Dunn. Not Neil, but somebody, Neil's buddy. This would be history-making if this happens. All right, let's...
President Trump. Whoa!
Let's right now, since we have a short segment,
why do you say
let's
short?
Jump.
You look at me like that.
Real short segment. Let's jump on to Newbies. We got 4 great locations.
Yes,
Newbies
sir.
2 on the Curve. Go watch all sporting event. Then at the mothership, she's got, the entertainment lined up for spring breakers, and it's incredible. They've been knocking out the ballpark. They've been doing really well. All 4 of them have. So make sure you go support them. They're always giving back to the community. Charlotte's wonderful, beautiful lady. And Big John, hell, he's a still stud. All right, what you got today on FSU? Take your time. Do well. We might cut you off in a minute.
Okay. Well, I can tell you. All right, here we go. FSU baseball played last night. They played Stetson on the road, which is unusual. So 6-3, FSU won. So they're now 22-6. They're 7-2 in the ACC, which is number 1 in the ACC, and they are number 7 or number 6, depending on which poll you see, Division I or Baseball America. Also, their pitcher Wes Mendez was absolutely the pitcher of the week last week. He threw some great pitches last week. Now they will go tomorrow to Virginia, Virginia is ranked number 10 in the nation, and they are number 5 in ACC. But again, they played a week before FSU, so they're 7-5. But they're 22-7 overall, and they will be on the ACC network on Thursday at 4 o'clock. So if you want to see that, be sure to watch them. And then softball, they're ranked number 10 in Division I. Even though they have won 21 games in a row, they are 32-4. They're ranked number 6 with the National Federation Softball. And then they have 9-0 in the ACC. They're, like I said, 21-game win streak. They will host Notre Dame. That they will play them Thursday at 5, and that will be on ACC Extra. and then they will host them on Friday and Saturday. So both of those will be on. The one Saturday will be at 12. That'll be on the ACC network. Notre Dame is 5-7 in the ACC and 16-19 overall. So we want to make sure that you watch them. They are really going. And Torres had an off week last week. She was 1 for 4 in one of the games, and she still batting over 600. And then the next game, the last game against Clemson, she went 3 for 4, a single and 2 home runs. So she's back up there going.
That'll do.
Yeah, so that'll do it. So anyway, and then FSU has they've kind of teamed up with to get a new revenue model. They're kind of teamed up with. The Seminole Boosters are teamed up with this No Cap Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And No Cap Sports, they are an LLC, and what they do is they have FSU reach out with affiliated businesses that vetted nationally, and they're money providers. They select services that include payments, logistics, payroll benefits, and consulting, and the businesses save money, so what they do is they contribute part of that savings to FSU. And this is a kind of a revenue stream for them, and it's designed to create substantial revenue. And here's what it does: it makes up the gap between what the ACC pays them versus what SEC and everything pays. And so
it's like AFLAC.
Yeah, kind of like, to cover your say. And how it works is they identify alumni-owned and affiliated businesses. They help them reduce their operational costs through partnerships, and so what they do is they redirect to share that thanks to the program, and like I said, it provides stability regardless of the on-field results, which is good. Also, it's used by schools like Michigan, South Carolina, Oklahoma State. Those are the guys. There's still some unknowns with this, though. We're not exactly how the mechanics work all the way, because it's kind of vague the way they word it. And then the long-term scopability and adoption from other people that would take it to help it make it better. So we'll see what goes on with that. But that's a new thing going on. And Malzahn, who you probably talked about this, is now on the committee for picking the teams, which may help Florida State in the long run. We're not sure, but that'll help. At least we got somebody with a voice on there. The quarterback thing between Sperry and Daniels is still going strong. They both had some good plays, bad plays, but they seem to connect a lot better, both of them, on the deep throws. And the defense is coming along. The secondary looks really good, and so we're just getting ready for that. And I guess they started the third week. And the only thing, like we've talked about, really bothers me is there is no spring game, and also they don't go around to see the booster club. So I don't know what's going on with that. But baseball team, well, hopefully they'll do well without Miles Bailey, so we'll see what goes on with that. And they've kind of played first base by committee right now, so they're just seeing who's going to fit in.
Well, there's not another team I believe is not going to also have a spring game. I think it's LSU. I think Lane Kiffin's not going to have a spring game
also. They're counting their money.
Yeah. I don't get to not having a spring game. I know most schools are coming back doing it now. And him not going to talk to the boosters, we've already talked 1,000 times about that. Yep. All right, I do have something on FSU. We have time to get it in. This is done, again, this is what they predict next year. This is what one expert anyway, FSU will go 5-7 in 2026. They think Coach will be gone. Florida State will beat Central Arkansas 41-16. They even got the scores. I'm not going to go in the order. I'll just go down. Florida State 24 in a close, hard-fought football game, but Clemson comes back and beats Florida State 29-24. FSU, Alabama game is played in Tuscaloosa. Bama gets its revenge. Bama 29, FSU 19. Boston College, they go down to FSU. FSU scores 31 points. The defense holds BC to 21. Florida State wins. Then in a big football game, Florida State loses to Louisville, 32-23. They got it rolling up there. I tell you, Coach went on the road and beat Miami at Miami. He's a good football coach. They got good players. I could see that happening. FSU 19, Miami Hurricanes 28. Not really a close game. Miami's just too physical for her. Florida State loses an embarrassing game to Pitt, 26-30. And then the one that we're all looking forward to, the first one, I think it's the first one, SMU. It's a good football game. Florida State shows up. They play hard. They just don't have enough in the tank. If SMU wins the ball game 31-27, Florida State 35, New Mexico State 22, Florida State 30, NC State 25. And then the end of the year, the big game, the huge game. Florida State plays really well, but late, Florida puts together a drive. They put it in the end zone. Florida Gators 27, FSU 22. Florida State goes 5-7, and they're looking for a new head football coach. Glenn, are they right or are they wrong? Do they have another losing season?
I think they're gonna. I think it may be flipped the other way. I think it may be 7-5, but will that be enough to hold him? I'm not sure. I don't think they'll lose to Pitt, but I didn't think they would.
Well, 7-5 be an improvement, right?
It would be.
Compare, so
yeah.
I think they would save him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wouldn't classify loss to Pitt as embarrassing. I think Pitt's been a pretty good football team lately, but 7-5 is probably about right.
7-5.
Yeah.
So y'all both say they're going to be better than what this guy's saying.
Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to go below the Mendoza line.
7-5. I mean, we'll see.
All right, let's take this. Let's talk about some of our great, wonderful people we have. We love all of them. Get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven and have a great meal today. Do you want to look better, feel better? Yeah, we all do. Jason Kovaleski. Listen to Jason every every Tuesday and Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Guy is incredible. Get out to Newbies. John Sharp, thank you for the FSU update. You want to have a great time. Get down to Newbies 2 in the Curve. Watch all these sporting events. Then head to the mothership. We all know you're going to be down at the mothership sooner or later. Go down there, have a great time. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment every single night at the mothership. But you can have a great time at all four. Glenn's favorite place is over there in St. Andrews. The big, beautiful blue facility is outstanding. Stevenson Air Conditioner #1, not even close. Steve's Bike Shop. Locals taking care of locals. Steve Bike Shop. Steve Bertishaw, swim coach at Mosley forever, it seems like. They've been in business since 1979. Electrical bikes, new bikes, used bikes. They got it all on 23rd Street.
And
right
they
across
can
the street
build
from
you a
St.
bike.
They can do anything you want. They're incredible. We'll be right back. 104.3. Yes, we're going to take this phone call. Thank you, Neil Dunn. This is going to be something historical. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus, more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Are you feeling tired, weak, or maybe you feel old and cranky? If so, I have the answer. It's Max Fit Sports Nutrition with 2 locations, 23rd Street in the Coronado Plaza and in Pier Park North on Back Beach Road. Max Fit Sports Nutrition has nutritional products and professional dietary plans to get you moving in the right direction. So get off that couch and get to Max Fit Sports Nutrition now. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, where you can try it before you buy it.
Salty Suds Pet Wash is open and ready to serve you and your furry friend. We offer an indoor, self-serve, climate-controlled area for your convenience. Choose between a variety of shampoos, flea and tick treatment, and a deodorizer. Dry them with a high-suction vacuum and powerful dryer. We only charge $20 for 20 minutes with a new app and membership that is now available for only $40 a month, up to 4 washes per month. We are located at 19987 Panama City Beach Parkway in PCB. Got a salty dog? We'll make them sweet again at Salty Suds Pet Wash.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum.
By the way, we
bum, 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 bum.
There, I did it.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. I love that. Let's bring him on right now. Wait a minute. Do we have him? The historical call? Let's bring him on right now. The legendary Mark McLeod. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Good to be on with you guys.
Mark, we might have to break away for you just for a second. You're going to love this call. We're trying to get President Trump on. We are so excited about this that he's probably going to make an announcement. He's going to be supporting some local coach here in a big race, and it's Glenn Manley. Glenn, this is historical. James, when he calls break in, I don't care what Mark's talking about, break in. We're going to take the President of the United States, Donald Trump, wanting to talk about somebody that we all love, as far as you know.
I'm throwing all my support.
Mark, how you doing today?
I'm good. And you know, with all the voting issues we've had in our country, being I don't live in Bay County, I should be allowed to vote for Coach Manley.
Absolutely.
It's a write-in ballot.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I will. I'll do it.
Hey, again, let's start the show talking about this national championship game is getting ready to be played, the Final Four. It's just an incredible how the Big Ten is just dominating college athletics. The SEC is just a afterthought anymore. I mean, they're really so far down the pole for as football and basketball. It's embarrassing. My question: what do you think in basketball? Is UCLA, Nebraska going to get the sweep? Are they going to win all three of the big sports?
I wonder. I know I got it wrong.
Anyway,
I had Florida winning it. So
I did too.
Any favors.
Yeah,
I had Florida, and then I really thought Duke would be probably that number 2 team, but I really did like Arizona as well. So yeah, it wasn't a good Final Four projection for me.
All right, let's talk about Michigan. They embarrassed Alabama. They embarrassed Tennessee. They looked kind of unbeatable. Then Arizona looks really good too. That to me probably is a national championship game, but you never know. Who do you like in that game?
I'm going to have to go with Arizona, even though Michigan is playing awfully good, really good. I don't know if anybody can beat them.
Okay.
But give me, I don't know. I just with what's left of the field, give me, I don't know. Michigan's going to be hard to knock off, though.
All right, UConn, Illinois. Who you like in that one?
Wow. I had Illinois going really far, but I did with UConn as well. Those are two that I actually pretty much got right. I'll go UConn.
Yeah, it's like that guy finds ways to win. He's really good, man. He's outstanding. And the national championship, who you got?
It's a toss-up. Just whatever, because I'd get it wrong anyway.
Well, just take one of them. I'm gonna give you UConn. I'll pick the other bracket. Okay. Anyway.
There you go. We'll take it.
All right. God, there was something else I wanted to ask you. Oh, okay. I did want to ask you this because we've been asking everybody. What are you hearing anything? North Carolina? Y'all hearing kind of talk who it might be?
No. I mean, there are so many names out there that have been floated. I do not know exactly who it might be. Of course, you even heard Billy Donovan's name. So I think there are a lot of names, and I think most anybody would love to have that job.
All right. Speaking of basketball, what's the latest in Florida? What are you hearing? Anything going on? Any changes? They bringing somebody in? They lost anybody? Anything for Florida basketball?
The big man's leaving. 7'9". He is Oliver Rio. He is on his way in the transfer portal, so he's going to make a move and go somewhere else, and that'll be sad. I know a lot of Gator fans are not happy about that, but everything else, so many guys are coming back. I think with the incoming class and the work that he's done in the portal, Florida's going to be fine.
Mark, how's that work now? Did he go to the coach and say, I got to have this amount of money, and they just said no, or what was that about?
I'm not sure exactly what it is. It may be about playing time.
Yeah, it's got to be, a case. He was fortunate in that he was able to kind of build a brand, if you will, obviously with the height, and he got his name out there a little bit. There has to be a smaller school out there he can play for, and that's got to be what he wants, is playing time. So,
yeah. Well, that's okay. All right. They came out way too early.
He's coming back to Bay High because he was cheated out of one of his high school years. So,
you going to make that happen if you're elected?
Got a Bay High. How many Bay High alums we have that are judges?
Hey, I don't know about you guys. You might not like it. I love reading all this stuff. I like keeping up with it and seeing how they do. Florida SEC championship odds. Plus 2,000, the early one coming out. Florida over/under out of Vegas. I don't want to say it was Caesar. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest with you. Over/under, it's 7.5. I'm going to go over. I think Florida's going to be pretty good. I do. I think Auburn's going to be pretty good also. But that's some of the things going on in football. What are you hearing spring football-wise? What's going on down there in Gainesville?
Very interesting stuff going on in Gainesville for spring practice right now. I thought some of the more interesting things that came out after the Gator scrimmage on Saturday, Coach Summerall and some of the players were saying it was a struggle for the offensive line. There were a lot of mistakes on the offensive line. Phil Troutline comes out. He's happy with his projected starters. He thinks that's a good group, but he is not happy with the reserves. Nobody on the Florida staff, some of the players that you heard from, there were a lot of issues with the reserves. And they're the good thing for Florida, they're rotating guys in and out. So they've got different rotations they're going with. But Troutline, he comes out and says, look, we have some attitude issues. We have some unhappy guys on the offensive line unit, and you'll probably be seeing them in the transfer portal because they got to get their attitudes together. They got to get it. And look, these guys aren't coached like Napier coached them last year. They're coached hard, and the players will tell you across the board, we needed that. We told Coach Napier the past 2 years we needed to be coached harder, and he didn't do it. So they're very happy with the direction. But I thought that was a very interesting take that we all knew Florida's replacing 4 starters. The other thing I thought that was very interesting is offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner saying that this is the best football staff he's ever been a part of anywhere. And
wow.
Look, this guy spent a year at Southern Miss.
Good Lord.
Southern Miss? What's next?
That's incredible, man.
Sasquatch?
That's incredible.
Yeah, somebody's actually going to shoot Sasquatch.
Unbelievable. National champs this year. National champs.
There you go. Yeah. And seriously, though, Faulkner was quality control coach on Georgia's staff under Kirby Smart when the Bulldogs beat Alabama for the national championship in 21. Which, man, this is a heartbreaking segment for Coach James Hale.
You got that
right.
We
talked about Southern Miss and
Alabama losing,
and also TCU. So it's interesting that he was. And look, he wasn't pressed on that. He wasn't asked that question by the media. He offered it voluntarily. So that was a very interesting statement that he made, and he essentially said, look, we have some young coaches on this staff. You're going to see them in years to come. They're going to be head coaches somewhere. He said, we have some other coaches on this staff who've been around a little bit. They're going to be head coaches too. So, I hearken back to the time when Charlie Pell in 81, 82, and you look at the staff that he had there and look at how many of those guys went into the NFL and did very well. Mike Shanahan, you look at Joe Kynes and what he did at Alabama. Mm-hmm. You had some quality coaches on that Charlie Pell had hired. So good, a couple good takes there. Quarterbacks performed well overall, but there is no leader. Aaron Philo and Tramell Jones Jr. It is a fight between those two guys, and I guess the other notes, running back room and the wide receiver room really flashed. There was a lot of good play there, and in fact, one of the players, one of the coaches said this could be an elite wide receiver group. So you saw that, some issues along the defensive line, but they had some players, again, the word they used was flash, with L.J. McCray, Brendan Betts, the transfer from Baylor, and Obabaju, Emmanuel Obabaju, and then linebacker Kanye Clark, the UCLA transfer, got a lot of praise too. So some really good stuff for Florida, and then some stuff that are going to be issues down the road, like the O-line.
ESPN reported they looked at all the rosters and returning production. They said that Florida Gators have 77% of the defensive production back. That's pretty good if that's correct. So if that's, you would think the defense is going to be the strength, correct?
Correct. But interesting, Buster Faulkner, he's talked at length about his up-tempo scheme and the things he's doing. He said, look, there are going to be a lot of looks that you're going to have an idea of what we're going to do. He said, but we're going to change things up throughout. He said, this is not going to be the offense that you've seen. And, that wasn't a direct shot at Napier, but I think it kind of was. And he just said, hey, look, we have a lot of different things that we're going to be able to do. He talked about the quarterback runs and, what they did last year at Georgia Tech. But, now you have two quarterbacks that are very different. Jamel Jones Jr., he can run. That guy can flat run. Aaron Philo, he can run, but that's not his strength. But he still is a good athlete and able to run.
All right, we got Mark. We're going to take a break and come back and finish up with Mark McLeod. Florida baseball is doing really well. We'll talk more about that when we get back. Softball, same thing. Mark, do you know who won the game yesterday? I didn't write it down. Florida, Jacksonville. Do you have the final score on that one?
JU won that one. There was a one-run game, and the first midweek loss by Florida this season.
Wow. And they just got through sweeping Arkansas, number 14 in the country. We'll talk more about that when we get back with Mark. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Appreciate all of them. Don't forget today now, if you're in Lynn Haven, the special 10 Wings Inside Beef Braised in Lynn Haven, and, of course, the world famous, only on Wednesday, lunch and dinner. All you spring breakers, you want that seafood, you'll get it. You want those steaks and burgers, you'll get it. Ice cold beer, you'll get it. But today, the world famous J. Michael Spaghetti. Go check it out. We'll be there probably for lunch and dinner. Now, I don't know about dinner, but go back for lunch. It's going to be packed out. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Also, don't forget about Turpo Pest Control. They got a great special going on. They call it the tax special. If you sign between now and April 15th, guess what you're going to get free? Your first yard, they're going to do it free. Spray it down, make it look like a golf course. They're going to get rid of your bugs in the house. They'll spray down the house, take care of that, and the yard. You can't beat this. All free the first time you sign up. I'm telling you, they do a great job. Are they local? Absolutely past local. His daughter goes cheerleader at Mosley High School. And listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back with the legend Mark McLeod in just a second. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Neat from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I just won $250 from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Sunny this afternoon, an evening with a wind at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south, and the high of 77. Tonight, look for a light breeze and clear skies with a temperature near 66. Tomorrow, a high around 77 and sunshine with a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Friday, hot with a high of 77 and some sun. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Clare, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you. Serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We got Mark McLeod with us. Everything you need to know about the Florida Gators, you can hear it right here from the great one, Mark McLeod. Mark, what's the best way people can follow you?
At McLeod Live on X, MCLEOD Live.
All righty. Mark, let's jump into baseball. They go play the number 4 team in the country. They look really good. Friday, 9-4 over number 4 ranked Arkansas. Saturday, they win 7-4. And then a close one on Sunday, they win it 7-6. They sweep the number 4 team in the country. Then, you just informed us, because I didn't have it, that they lost to Jacksonville yesterday. Talk about this baseball team. How you feel about them?
Yeah, helter-skelter. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get from them. You get swept by Alabama, and in that first game, it was a no-hitter thrown against them, and then you come back and you beat Florida State, who's a top 10 team, or was a top 10 team, and then you beat Arkansas in Fayetteville, who's number 4 in the country. You know, by the way, guys, that was a first road sweep of a top 5 opponent by Kevin O'Sullivan since he's been at Florida, which is kind of hard to believe. But
yes, sir.
The Gators were on. They really looked very good. They 17 hits in that game on Sunday, which was a high for the season. They also they pitched very well too. A lot of strikeouts by Florida pitching. So they really, overall, did very well. I talked about this last week. They need to get the top 4 guys in the lineup going, and Jones really did it from the leadoff position. He went 11 of 27 on the weekend to hit 407. You had Lawson with his 11th home run of the season. So, you know, you're getting some production now from the top 4 guys in the lineup, and that played a big role as well.
Well, yeah, the other thing, too, you know, the softball team's really doing well.
Yeah, they had a bit of a struggle this past weekend, but boy, they knocking off number 1 Tennessee the way they did the previous weekend, and you know things are going to happen. It's SEC play. You get in there, and things are going to rock back and forth. But you're right, Coach. That's an awfully talented group.
We did, and we appreciate it too, because that makes Florida State have the longest winning streak now. So at 21,
that's awesome. Yeah, no surprise there. No surprise there. Awfully good softball played up at Tallahassee.
Mark, I want to ask you, in just your opinion, you look at basketball, football, and the SEC, they come up with the best duos. In your opinion, look at the football, look at the basketball programs, top 2 or 3 teams in the SEC, who do you think? Is Florida, with Summerall there, would Florida be in the top 3 in the SEC, head basketball, head football coaches?
I think that's too early to project right now. Let's see what he does. You know, he's been successful at Troy. He was very successful at Tulane, as we know. But, you know, let's see what happens with Florida. I can tell you this, the players are really embracing what he's doing with all the changes in the strength and conditioning program, and these guys are being coached hard. This is old school coaching, and that's one reason Urban Meyer was such a big fan of John Summerall and really went all out to talk to Summerall and convince him that Auburn's not the place for you, Florida's the place for you. So, but I think you hear Buster Faulkner say it's the best staff he's ever been a part of. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it feels good right now for the Gator Nation, who's desperately needed some feel-good moments.
You followed SEC football, basketball for a long time. Right now, who would you say the top two programs were in the SEC if you did, the best combination of basketball and football head coaches, in your opinion?
Well, Alabama would be up there. Florida may be up there. Changes at LSU, changes all over the place. That's a great question. I'm going to have to think about that one.
What about Tennessee? Question. What about Tennessee? Their basketball coach, I think, is really good.
He's doing really well. I think they would have to be up there as well. Yeah.
Heupel does a pretty good job. If you hate Tennessee, love him. I think he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he really does. So I'm sitting here with my daughter helping me get my breakfast together. My daughter, by the way, the champion, she won St. Johns County Fight Night fighting a deputy sheriff. So she is now 1-0 in her professional fight career.
Hey, awesome, man. How old is she?
She's 24.
Wow.
At first, she only had 5 weeks to train for boxing because she's a Muay Thai girl, and they asked her at the last minute because someone had to bow out. So she had 5 weeks to train, and she beat a sheriff's deputy who won last year and had trained all year. She got to know the deputy a little bit and just talked to her. She said, I was training all year. So my daughter beat her in 5 weeks of training and won unanimous decision and won every round. So we were very, very happy for her.
Yeah, Mark, going back to baseball, I was thinking about it. It's not an exact parallel, but this group almost reminds me of the group 2 years ago. It came in, a lot of talent, but just seemed to be all over the place. And when they turned it on, they made the run to Omaha, but barely, made the regionals. I mean, is that kind of the sense you're getting with this team in terms of kind of the Jekyll and Hyde nature of them?
That's exactly the thought that I had when I saw those wins over Arkansas, Brian. I really did. I thought the exact thing that you did. And I thought, this team, you don't know what you're going to get on any given weekend. You got a big series this weekend. You've got it's going to be a big series every weekend, but they've got to. You hope they don't have to, but you hope that they can put it together and establish some consistency, because just as you pointed out, that was not the case 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden they make a late run when they had Caglione and some really, really talented ball players, especially some other guys on the mound that were awfully good that are making their way toward the big leagues right now.
Yep.
Mark, you had brought up the Harvard of the South, the University of Southern Mississippi. This shows you the power that school has in graduates. And you guys agree there, you can do anything. Radio show, you can do anything. But I got a question. It kind of leads into this. Southern Mississippi, let's just show you the power they draw. When Mississippi State played them, and then Southern Mississippi's on the road. This is the power they have. 12,887 people showed up to watch that game, just to watch the Golden Eagles.
So every person from Hattiesburg was there.
Absolutely. And waiting outside trying to get in. So it leads to this question. I saw where you had picked your bucket list games to watch. At number 1, it was Southern Mississippi versus Tulane in Hattiesburg. I know that's one game you want to get to before you kick it in. What is the other 4 games, seriously? Because you've been covering sports for years. You know what you're talking about. What would you love to do before you kick it in? I'm curious to what you would pick if you could pick 4 games to go watch, not the Gators, but some other games. What stadium and what games being played there?
I'm sorry, are we still on? I nodded off when you started talking.
Yeah, we're still on. Answer the question.
Georgia. Conrad Moon's going to blast me for this, but it's got to be Georgia because Florida doesn't play in Athens. Georgia would be one team that I really desperately want, and I need to reach out to Claude Felton, their SID, who I've known for many, many years. Just fabulous work he does for the Bulldogs. But I've got to, I got to get over to Sanford Stadium, and I got to go see a game maybe this year.
Okay. Give me 3 more.
Mark, I saw Mississippi State lose 47-0 in that stadium, and I didn't have that great a time.
Spurrier put them on the Gators. Spurrier whipped Georgia.
It's actually
in
a
Athens.
great stadium atmosphere. It really is.
Give me some. You got 3 more. You got to give me 3 more. Roll.
Oh, wow. Texas. No, not Texas. I've been in Texas. I don't know. Maybe Notre Dame, obviously.
Yeah. I'd like to see. I'd like to go in there. What about the Big Ten schools?
Who?
The true champions of college football, the greatest football you'll
Ohio
see.
State, but look, the Horseshoe, absolutely. The Horseshoe. Okay. I had a good friend who went to Michigan. He said the seats are so small, and he was not a big guy either. But, Michigan maybe one. And then certainly, maybe somewhere out west. Maybe watching Southern Cal and UCLA play would be great.
Okay, so Georgia for sure, Ohio State. Did he say Texas? Did he say Texas?
He's been to Texas.
Texas. I'm going to make it. I'll be at Texas this year.
Okay.
Florida plays Texas this year in mid-October, and I'll be there for that.
Yeah. Hey, seriously though, you've been to these different states. In your opinion, which one's really the loudest? Is it LSU at night or the Swamp? Man, I've been to FSU Florida State game. That's incredible.
Yeah. The Swamp, LSU, Alabama is underrated. When Alabama and Florida played in it, oh my gosh!
And big games, yes, big games. It's loud. Big games.
Big games. Alabama's underrated. They never get enough credit for how loud that place can get.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, our time's run out. Thank you so much for spending time with us again. Tell everybody again one more time. They want to follow you. What's the best way to do it?
Yeah, the Gator Blitz podcast, and then certainly we'll be starting the SEC Blitz podcast and the and radio show, and then the out on X at McLeod Live.
All right, Mark. Tell your daughter we said hello. We'll talk to you next week, man. Have a good Easter.
I'll tell her. Thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye. Glenn, do you think you want to share with us this morning before we get out of here?
No, well, just I'm going to be registering soon for the District 3 school board place, so hopefully I'll have some backing with that. We'll see.
Yeah, the money's right.
We can be bought.
Yeah, we can. If the price is right, so's the campaign. I mean, it is what it is. No, you'll do a great job. Everything you know, everybody you do know, athletics is big, important to me. I got 3 grandkids are going to be going to school through this system. And the thing I want is this discipline. I want to go into a classroom where kids can really learn that want to learn. The ones that don't want to learn need to be going somewhere else. We got to have discipline back in the schools. I'm serious about that.
And how many people can campaign by saying, guys, I'm older than the county?
He started it. Yeah. Anyway. James, you doing all right back there?
Doing great, man.
Brian, I'll see you at lunch. Everybody doing lunch?
Sure.
All right, we're out. 104.3, James is buying. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
And imagine 24-6. Your best player gets hurt.